Good evening and welcome back. I am your host, Terry Prince. With me today is Fish and Chips Tournament Director Jason Treese.
Thanks for having me again, Terry.
We are bringing you the 2024 Metro Detroit Poker Classic, the joint effort between the Metro Detroit Poker Series and the Fish and Chips Poker Tour. This is a $200 buy-in event we have every summer. We had 40 players in this one. We got $8,000 in the prize pool being fought for today. Don't forget to subscribe if you like our content. Why, I don't know. Our player seating for this event. Seat number 1, Eric Wedrock. He's from Fish and Chips. Seat number 2 is Corey McCumsey from MDPS. Seat number 3, Bozo Bob. No, I do not know the story behind that. He's also from MDPS. Mark Montreal. Seat number 4. Actually, I think every player remaining is from MDPS.
Yes, I think so.
Seat number 5 is Bob Williamson. Seat number 6, Walt Marks. Seat number 7, Gary Gulteri. Seat number 8, Nick Riska. Seat number 9 is Jeremy Wagner. And rounding out the top 10 in seat number 10, we don't have one. We went to this final table with 9. We actually had 2 people eliminated on the final table bubble. So that's how that worked out. Here's our starting chip counts for the final table. Bozo Bob out in front. Mark and Nick also over 100K. Eric rounding out the bottom, 37,000. But we're only at 244 blinds, so he's got nine big blinds. He's getting into shove or fold mode. Definitely shorthanded.
Yeah, good spot to start for Eric.
Yeah, he's in seat number 1. He's on the button, so he's got the maximum length of time to be able to pick up a decent hand and maybe get a double up or win a small pot or whatnot. But at 10 bigs, he's playable but not very protectable.
Yes, waiting for a hand he can obviously just push on. And it looks like right off the gate, that's what he's going to do with ace-4.
It folded around to him in the button, and he's got an ace with a offsuit 4. He's going to see if he can steal the blinds. Be interested to see what Bob does here with ace-5 suited.
Yes. Especially with Bob's stack.
Yep, it's small versus big here, number 1 versus number 9, but Bob's looking at down at weak ace, and it's like, I don't really want to double him up if I don't have to.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to fold it out, and Eric's going to take down the blinds. So just like that, he picked up 10,000 chips.
Yep.
Bob Williamson looks down at ace-queen offsuit. First to act. He's reaching for chips.
Yeah, he's going to be raising here.
Makes it 10K to go.
Nick folds.
Folds around to Jeremy with suited K9. And, Eric looking down at pocket queens now.
Oh, wow.
Probably going to get them all in again here in hand number 2.
Yeah, it's a good matchup for Eric.
Oh, no.
Until Corey wakes up with kings.
Wow, what a hand this is going to turn out to be. Ace-queen versus queens versus kings. Eric just shoved for 47.5. Can we see our first and only Fish and Chips player eliminated on the second hand of the night? It's not looking good at this point.
Yeah, it looks like Corey's just going to move all his chips in.
Yeah, Bob's not going to stick around with
No.
Dime Store there, 5'10", so you know he's going to get out of the way. So what's Bob Williamson going to do with his ace-queen offsuit facing a raise and a re-raise to 65,000?
Yeah, it seems like you can find a fold there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he knows he's got to be up against aces or kings.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to say I agree. I think he's going to find a fold.
Yep. There it is.
Bob's a good player. He's going to know he's in bad shape, and now he's going to see it.
Now the bad news is revealed for Eric. It's going to be a lot of help.
Yep. And we know one queen got thrown away with
Yep.
Bob's hand. So he's down to pretty much one out or runners for a straight or a flush.
I wonder if Bob announced that. I folded a queen.
His spade is live. His heart is not.
Looks like some fumbling here with the dealing of the flop.
Yeah, they didn't burn a card. 5, deuce, 7, 2 spades, so that's good.
Yeah.
6 kills that. So he's looking for a queen and only a queen.
And it ain't there.
Does not get it. So our one and only fish and chips player goes out on the second hand of the final table in 9th place. And he's texting his wife the bad news. He's probably texting you the bad news. So now we're down to a final table left of all MDPS players. And I hate to say this, but your guys have really not had good luck in this tournament.
No. I mean, even looking at myself, I got a reasonable cash in the first one, and haven't maybe got half the field in one of the others, and been out pretty early. And these last 4 events. So yeah, it's maybe. Roney made a deep run.
Yeah, Roney made that run and then it imploded.
Yeah, that's an implosion of epic proportions, I would say. He had 2/3 of the chips in play 4-handed or something.
Yeah,
he was crazy.
He was had a huge stack and then just
Yep.
And it wasn't bad play or nothing. It was just he got caught in second best hand after second best hand after second best hand and then was out. So.
But that's poker, so.
Yep, for sure. And he I think the year before that he was the same way. Came in, was the only only fish and chips player,
Yep.
and then went out first.
Yep.
Like within the first couple of hands, if not was the first hand. So here we go. We've got some action here. Nick 4 threes trying to get out of the way. He's got nothing there. Corey's got a flush draw. Jeremy's got a pair.
Missed a flush draw. Looks like a pair of 7s is.
Yep, it's going to be good enough. Can't imagine Corey's going to call this bet from Jeremy because he's got nothing. Busted flush and straight draw. That's it. Here's our updated chip counts. Mark has taken the lead over from Bozo Bob. Corey passed him also. But all 3 of them are still over 100K. Walt and Bob Williamson tied for 7th with 56K at the bottom. Still plenty of play available for both of those. Our blinds are up at 366 now. They've got still, basically it's the same place Eric was, 10 bigs.
Yeah.
So they've got room to play a hand or two, but going to have to get it in pretty quick. Like Mark's on the button here, folds around to Bozo Bob in the cutoff. He's looking down at ace-4 offsuit. And still looking at it.
Good spot to squeeze, with that hand, but he's going to let it go.
Yep. Mark folds his hand from the button. Bob's got Jack-10 of diamonds. Makes the call. Walt with 10-3 offsuit.
Yeah.
Not quite Doyle Brunson's going to check it down, and we're going to see a flop. Hand number 19 of this final table.
Okay. Well, both players flop a 10.
4-7-10 rainbow. Pair of 10s for each one. Bob's got the better kicker at this moment.
It looks like he's going to bet this here. Thinking about betting it.
And this is a board that could connect well with either player's range being in blind versus blind action. And
20K in, and Walt rips it, and Bob quickly calls.
Yeah, I mean, it was
bad news there.
A quick rip and a quick call back. Oh, no! That 3 Walt hit 2 pair. Wow.
And then the board counterfeits.
And it sure did.
Wow.
Yeah, holy smokes. Walt woke up with some life there on the turn and completely sucked it back out from him on the river.
And I could hear Walt getting animated there in the audio.
Wow, got counterfeited on the river.
So we jump forward many hands now.
Yeah, we're obviously in a tournament that's deep stacked like this. You get a lot of raising and folding, so we cut all those hands out. So if it's no flop, no drop type of a stuff on the video here.
Blind's now at 3-6. The 6K big blind ante. Oh, look at this. Bob with pocket aces.
Yeah, and he's in the small blind again, so I'm pretty sure he's not going to limp in with these.
No.
Yeah, he decides to shove, and
Gary's got a hand there. Oh, look at this.
Makes the call.
Yeah.
Oh, Gary's like, I can't believe my luck.
Yeah.
Drawing really thin. Queen, 5, 6.
Yeah, now it's very thin. Yes.
Started out good, didn't end up so good.
That's that.
He needs the ocean card. He rivered a straight draw.
Yep.
So just like that, looks like Gary is going to be our 7th place finisher. Bob takes down some more chips and another player.
Accumulating some chips. He was on the lower end there.
So yeah, just like that, he went from
Seventh.
last in chips and manages to take out Walt, who he was tied with.
Okay. Yeah.
And then take out Gary too, so he jumped up a couple spots on the leaderboard, and laddered up 2 spots in the cash money we haven't reached yet. So
Very nice.
we've got 6 players remaining. Blind's now up at 5, 10, 10.
Jump about 7 hands into the future from that last hand.
Corey looks down at pocket 6s and shoves for 41,000. He's probably the short stack at this point.
Yeah.
And
Look at Nick's got
jacks, makes the call.
pretty quickly.
I mean, 41,000. Corey's only got 4 bigs.
Yeah.
So that's his move. Fold it all in, and pocket pairs as good as anything. Just unfortunately ran into a bigger pocket pair.
And in the form of jacks.
Looks like they're still trying to get the pot right.
Yeah.
Need some change in the pot.
Some discrepancies on maybe the ante not being posted or.
Put 51,000, you got 41, right?
Yeah. You need another 5,000.
There, it looks like we might have the pot right now, and Corey's going to see his bad news. The 6s are dominated by jacks.
Yep.
5 deuce king,
Cards coming up
9,
quick.
and another 5. Yeah, got some low cards for Corey, but not the right ones.
Yep.
And Nick's going to eliminate Corey. Corey going to go out in 6th place. And I believe,
makes some
in their
money.
cash. Yep, I wasn't sure if we were on the bubble. He made his cash, got $400. He doubled his money.
Yeah.
So not a bad day's work.
No. Flash forward to hand 59.
Bozo Bob now looking down at ace 8 offsuit, 5-handed. Those medium
Bozo does
strength.
not like those ace.
No, but those medium strength hands at that point, 5-handed, get a lot stronger.
Yes, absolutely.
But he's not going to play it, which is fine.
And what's Nick doing here?
Putting in a bunch of chips with Jack 7.
Okay. Guess he wants to scoop up those
Jeremy's got a real
lines
decision
in
here
the
now.
Big Bandy, and look at this. Yeah. That's
That's exactly it. That was a small blind bluff. And Jeremy looks down at ace queen of clubs in the big blind.
I don't know Jeremy's chip count here at this point, but I think they're close, right?
Yeah, he's got some of those 10,000 chip, 10,000 value oranges behind.
So
So
he could be over.
it looks close. But Jeremy's counting it out, and it looks like he might have him just covered.
See what he has left, maybe here.
It looks like he's got a small stack of yellows. There's probably about 3,000 or 4,000 in yellows left. So he knows he's got them covered barely. Oh, he didn't count his ante, so he took back his blind, so he took back 10K. So he's got about 15K behind, so not much. Basically a blind and a half.
Yeah.
He does
I
make
don't-
the
I
call.
don't think Nick likes seeing that.
I just figured out that.
Well, Nick's cards are live, but he's gonna.
Yeah.
Jeremy's gonna see now. He caught the bluff. He got his
Yeah.
found the hand in the cookie jar.
Oh my god.
Jeremy's gonna be looking for running spades or a jack. He's got a couple of spades. So much for that.
Yeah.
King of Hearts ain't gonna help.
That's it.
And Nick is gonna get eliminated.
Got more.
He had a big stack, 147,000 chips, and lost them all on a bluff.
Escalated very quickly.
Yep. He's gonna take down $580 in his fifth place or
Not a bad cash.
fourth place finish.
Yep.
But
Get a couple buy-ins back.
I mean, you've got to bluff in this game. There's no doubt about it.
Yes.
That's just it's a hard way to go out.
Yep.
Not sure I'd have all in bluffed at that point, but being a big stack, you're putting pressure on other stacks.
Yep.
You know,
And it-
regardless.
I mean, to win poker tournaments, you have to do this.
Yep.
But that's just in a unlucky spot.
Now we're down to four-handed, and we're going to see some more loosey-goosey hands. But these, I think, more blind-on-blind action. Mark with Jack 3, Bozo, Bob with Queen 5, both offsuit. Neither one. Well, no, Mark hits his Jack for top pair,
Yeah, it's a.
and that's a pretty straightforward hand. Mark takes it down.
In real time, the very next hand. Hand 62.
Jeremy with 5-3 offsuit. Pretty sure he won't be playing that when he sees it. Looks like we had a spill.
Yeah. Or something.
Spill at the table.
Yeah, a guy I used to play cards with said, you spill something on the table, the legs fold up, you take it home right with you and buy him a new one. So.
Yep. Now some of these tables are hard to build, hard to make. Spend a lot of money on them, so most of these guys have been pretty good about cleaning up their messes and
Yeah, it just looked like it was on the wood too.
yeah.
So here's a
Bet and
10 big
call,
bet and a call.
yep. And nobody's got any piece of this so far. No, I take that back.
Yeah,
Bob
pair of
had a pair of
sixes.
sixes, and they're good.
yeah. Just check through, I think, didn't it there? Yeah.
More of that blind-on-blind action. So here is our chip counts. You can see Jeremy way out in front
Yes.
now. He's got a 2 times lead on Mark in second. Bob Williamson bringing up the rear with 90K.
Yeah, nine big blinds here, right? At this point for Bob.
Well, no, we're going to 7 and 15
Yeah,
now.
so less, yeah.
He's got 6 bigs.
Oh wow. Yeah. And now Bob's got pocket fives. And I
Oh.
suspect he'll probably
Terry's hand.
Yeah,
pocket
yeah,
fives.
Terry's pocket fives, yeah. Probably push all of his chips, I'm guessing here.
Yeah, there they go. 6 bigs into the pot. Jeremy's going to look down at 6-3 of spades.
Yeah.
Got to figure that's in the muck, and it is. And so Bob with 4
Yes.
offsuit into the muck. So Bob's going to win the blinds and antes in this one.
Everything helps at this point. for
Yep.
Bob.
So he went from 6 bigs to 8.5,
Yeah.
just like that.
Yeah.
But they come around quick with only 4-handed. 82 hands now into this final table.
It's a lot of hands.
These guys have been playing for probably a couple hours now. Jeremy looking down at ace-9 of spades, raises it up to 31,000. So a min raise plus 1,000.
Yeah.
Very interesting bet sizing there. Mark's,
So we know Mark's got a 6.
he's
but we don't know
yeah,
what
a
card.
6 and an I don't know. Into the muck they go. Bob, with his newly found few extra chips, looks down and ace queen and puts them all in the middle, 117,000.
Oh, Jeremy's got a suited ace.
Is the parking lot hand going to hold up against ace 9?
He's got 400,000 in chips, and Bob could be doing this with a wide range of hands.
Yep, for sure. He's in the big blind. He could have just about anything. So Jeremy does make the call for 86,000 more. We got a 260,000 chip pot here,
Oh yeah, big pot.
and Bob is out in front. 2-1. Spikes
Oh,
queen.
yeah.
So yep,
Right in the
he's
door.
the top now and top
two.
two now. Yeah, Jeremy needs a spade, and it's not a spade.
Yep.
So Bob's going to get the big double up, take 25% of Jeremy's chips, but Bob now has 260,000 and moves up
Pretty
to the
good
second place in the chip stack.
Yeah. And then this is what this tournament could be at this point, just passing around chips. And
So just like that, he went from last to knocking on first
Yep.
doorstep, because Jeremy down to about 300K now, and Bob's got 260. So they're neck and neck now.
so watching it, it's like they're looking right at us. So the screen must be right by the
Yeah,
camera.
there's a camera right by the monitor where the
Yeah.
blinds and the leaderboard are. Jeremy raises it up with queen 4 of clubs, another one of those min raises plus a buck, and Bozo Bob shoves with snowmen for 43,000. So that's going to get called. It's only 12K more for Jeremy.
It's like Mark's painting over his decision to call with his pocket jacks here, but
No, he's got
got
7-3.
Okay.
He looks like he's in pain over pocket
Yeah.
jacks, but he's looking down at 7-3 of spades. But he's already in for 10, so it's only 33 more to call.
Yeah, so I guess we're gonna see a flop here, 3-handed.
Oh, yeah, that was right. Jeremy, no, he was in for. That's the button.
Feeling good. Feeling good.
So Bozo's in for
Bozo's all in.
43K.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Mark and Jeremy called him. Mark does spike a 3 right
Yeah.
off the bat, but he's still going to be in second place.
Does have a running spade draw.
The pocket 8s have held up thus far. If it was spade, well, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Spade draw would be good. Jack of clubs doesn't help anybody. It's check.
And it looks like the pocket 8s here.
Pocket 8s are going to be good.
So Bozo triples up.
But is Jeremy or Mark going to take a shot at a dry side pot? Nope, they both check it. Yeah, taking a shot at that point would have been like really dumb. There's
Yeah.
nothing to win.
No. So Bozo in pretty good shape.
He
here.
tripled up right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yep. Turned 40K into 130. Mark looks down at Jack 6 now. Under the gun. Bob on the button with King 6 of spades.
He folds.
Jeremy looking down at 7-3 of diamonds from the small blind. 8K to make the call.
And he does.
And Bozo looks down at a 6 and an I don't know.
That's the second time I've seen that. That 6 and the unknown second card.
Here we go to a flop. The 6 right in the window. A 5 and a 9. Jeremy picks up a gutter ball straight
Yeah.
draw. Actually, it's a double gutter.
Yeah.
8 or a 4 would make a straight for Jeremy. Bozo, he bets out the 31K. He likes that bet, 31K.
Yeah.
And Bozo shoves over the top for 104.
Jeremy's thinking about it.
What's he going to do with his double gutter?
It's a fair amount of chips.
I mean, it's 7 bigs, but at this point,
Yeah.
we know that he's taken a couple of hits already, so he's got to an average stack, and an average stack is only 250K.
This could really
So,
gut his stack.
yeah.
Yeah. So he's gonna.
He
Lay it
does.
down.
He does make the fold. I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Double gutter.
Calls
I mean-
it off there. He might have what?
By Ralph.
8 big blinds.
Yeah,
7 big blinds.
he's going to be in that
Yeah.
same spot where he's only got 100K left. I mean, we're at that point in the tournament where the blinds and the stack sizes are pretty shallow.
Yeah. Bob picks up pocket sevens. Bob on a little bit of a heater here.
And he goes all in. Jeremy quickly folds. Bozo looks down at 9 deuce offsuit. Got to imagine that's in the
Pitching
muck.
that away.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mark,
Oh, Mark. Yeah.
Ace 9 calls for less, all in. You can see he's really short. So we got the suited ace versus pocket sevens. It's more or less a coin flip. 10, king, 3, rainbow.
Yeah.
6 doesn't help. And a jack. The pocket sevens
Sevens are
hold
good.
up. Yeah. Mark is going to be eliminated in 4th place for $860.
Nice payday for 4th place.
Now we're down to 3. And we still got 2 bobs. And this here is our hand number 100. And 100 be looking lucky for Jeremy. He's got pocket kings
So Jeremy raises
to
that
31K.
So basically a min raise.
Where have we seen that game before? New hand, same game. 9-3 is going to go into muck for Bozo, and 6 deuce for Bob. It's like it's a min raise. I'm going to call
Calling it
the
basically calling a single
16K.
big blind.
Yep.
He's just tossing them.
Basically half price. You might as well with just about any 2 cards. He's got suited 6 deuce.
Why not?
This could be dangerous for either player, actually.
Somebody's going down.
Jack 5, 5, 2 spades.
Oh,
Yeah. And Bob checks his flush draw.
that's a spot right here for kings to. What's the right sizing here?
He's got to bet something.
Yeah.
His kings. He doesn't have the king of spades, so
Yeah,
he's got to bet
that's
something. He bets
20K.
out 20, which is not a big bet. I can't imagine.
Just to open the door for Bob here.
Yeah, I can't imagine him going away. He's getting 5-1.
And
There it
look
is.
at that.
There's the 3 of spades. Bob checks it
Jeremy's
again.
Jeremy's drawing dead, I think, here at this
Yeah,
point.
he is drawing dead.
Oh, spade.
He shoves. Bob
Yep,
insta calls.
insta-call, yep.
And
Just
Jeremy's
like that.
Jeremy's
Kings lit on
drawing
fire.
dead. Bob did have Jeremy out chipped, so Jeremy slow paid his kings a little too slowly and goes out in 3rd for $1,260. Still not a bad payday.
No, not at all. Maybe a bigger sizing to take that hand down before we have a chance to see a flop is the right move there, but
Or he's got a shove with the 2 spades on the flop.
Yeah.
He was giving Bob 5-1 on a call on the flop.
on a big
so
blind call, yeah.
if he shoves there, Bob's really got to decide, do I want to go after the flush? And a flush that may not even be good because it was 6 high.
yeah, absolutely.
But here we are with aces versus deuces. Heads up action.
Oh wow.
Bob just
this-
limps and Bozo checks behind.
Okay, so limping aces. We'll see. Something
King 8. Check, check. Another 8. So Bob's deuce is now counterfeited. And,
he folds them open
or
face
should I
up.
say, Bozo Bob's
Yes.
deuces are counterfeited. And,
We should probably say Bozo and then Bob.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So flash forward a few hands.
We're still at 7 and 15,000 blinds with a 15,000 big blind ante, and Bob looks down at ace 6 offsuit and
Wasting
puts
no time. Yeah.
all his chips in, and Bozo has 8-9 offsuit and says, "Oh,
don't
what,
care."
what the hell? Let's play." And now they're connected
Yeah.
and they're live. So that's probably as good a hope as he could be in. It's almost a coin flip and an 8
And
right in the window.
Look at this.
Gonna run it out, and the 8
Wow.
is
Pair of
good.
eights. Pair of 8, double up.
Bozo gets the double up. As I said, they were live and they were connected. So a couple hands later, we're looking at big, good buddy 10-4 versus the hammer 7 deuce. Bob's gonna limp with his 7 deuce. Bozo looks down at his suited good buddy 10-4. Checks. We'll see another flop with a couple of garbage hands. Queen 9 ace rainbow.
Action flop, I guess.
Nobody caught anything though, so.
He who bets first probably wins.
Oh yeah, the hammer takes it down. He should show it, get the extra 1,000 in chips. Wins the pot with 7 deuce. Yeah, can't play the 7 deuce game in a tournament.
No.
Oh my God, could you imagine that?
How about straddling in a tournament? It'd be an interesting tournament.
All in Bozo with King 10 of clubs. That's the best hand we've seen outside of those aces and deuces here. Heads up.
Can't imagine Bob's gonna call.
He does with the 5-3. I mean, he's got a monster stack.
Yeah, he's got most of the chips in play.
And they're live anyway, even if not dominated.
Hey, I had a king in the window.
Ace or
King,
King 7-9.
yeah.
No help. Oh, Bob's got a pair of kings, so
So,
running
possible
fours.
straight draw there on the river.
Running fours for right, exactly. Bozo takes that one down, doubles up again.
Hand 120.
Blinds are up now. We're at 10 and 20 with a 20K big blind ante. So each pot starts with 50,000 chips in it. Looks like Bozo Bob's only got about 70,000 in the pot. There they all go in the pot.
Yep.
73, and Bob makes a call with ace deuce. So he's actually ahead there.
See if Bozo can get some magic.
He
here.
folded his good buddy hand last time. This time he went all in with it.
Oh,
And spikes a 4.
Wow.
Uh-oh, got a flush draw, or a straight draw, rather. 5 for the straight. Oh no! What is it?
I fought.
It must be the 5 because Bob just threw it away. He's like, he must have been disgusted. It's got to be the 5. And here it comes.
No.
It's a deuce. Okay, no.
He think it was a 5?
I think Bozo thought he lost
Yeah.
the hand, but no, he didn't. He had a pair of 4s, so he was good. But just the way he reacted, it swore it was the 5.
Speaking of 4s.
Yeah, this is basically the same hand. Ace deuce versus, now in this case, pocket 4s. Bozo makes the call from the small blind. Bob goes all in over the top. Bozo's going to call with a suited ace. Oh, here's another classic coin flip.
Oh, look at this.
4, he flops a straight draw now. Another 3 pairs the board.
Yeah.
And the jack. So catches a flush.
Wow.
Yep.
Didn't even see that.
Catches the flush. So
Wow.
Bozo gets another double up.
Make a run here now.
Yep. I mean, Bob Williamson still has 2 stacks of high society, the 10,000K chips. And Bozo's only got 1, so we still know who the chip leader is. But Bozo is making a comeback for sure.
Pull off another hand like that, and he's a chip leader.
Well, he's got ace 5 of clubs versus jack 8 of diamonds.
It's like Bob made the power move there.
Yeah, Bob is still putting on the pressure and
Oh, I got the
making Bozo go after his make tough decisions, and Bozo's in the lead here slightly.
Oh, right out of the rip.
Got a straight draw for Bob,
Yep.
and there it is, completes the straight.
Wow.
Got Broadway Bozo's drawing dead to a chop.
And
That is not going to do it. So we have a winner. Bozo Bob held on for quite a while, but ultimately succumbed in second place for $1,860.
nice second place cash.
Bob Williamson takes down first place and $3,040 for his efforts today.
Is this the first? Or there's not, most of the time they chop this.
Yeah, I was going to say this might be the
Yeah.
first one that actually played out all the way. Here is the final results. Brian Stoltz ended up in 10th with the two bubbles, and that's it. So thanks again for watching. I am your host, Terry Prince, for Jason Treese. Have a good evening.
Good evening.